friends, it is me, Mrs. P, and I am here with Budget with Mrs. P to set up my January 4th paycheck budget. This is the second paycheck of January that we will budget. We just finished our weekly check-in, so I found out how much our rollover was going to be. My husband's check hit our bank account, so I know exactly how much his check will be. The only thing I don't know is whether or not when my son will send over his money for his phone payment. So I am going to go ahead and go through each category, starting with my bills and expenses. And this week is pretty light on our bills. So you will notice that we don't have but a couple bills this week. We have my car wash. This is probably one of the only things that I just do for myself, and that is a monthly membership to our local car wash. It is unlimited. I can go as many times as I want. We live in a very small town with lots of gravel roads, and if you have ever driven on a gravel road, you know it is impossible to keep your car clean. So I enjoy being able to go through this car wash. It just takes a few minutes and keep my car clean. So that is $43. The only other thing we have coming out this week, is Life 360. And this is an app that we use to just keep up with where our children are and where our family is. My mom is on there, my father-in-law. My father-in-law is an elderly driver, so it's nice to just be able to keep up with him. I think Life 360 is actually a free app. We do pay extra for some more features that come with it. And I just think it's well worth it, because if you have, I don't have a teenage driver right now. I did, and that was just so worth it. So if you've got anybody that's getting ready to go on the road, check out Life 360. It's really nice to have. So I'm going to go ahead and use this estimated amount, even though I already know that it's going to be different, just to help me, work through the budget. All right, so $43 and $9, that adds up to be our bill total of $52. That would leave us, if you take 52 from $12.75, we would have $12.23 left over. I've already done a draft so that I don't have to add all of this up while you are, hanging out with me. I know some people do that and they can speed the video up and edit it, and I'm not there yet. I do not know how to do all of those technical things with YouTube, so I'm just going to do what I know, and this just makes it easier for me. So I'm going to go on down to my savings and sinking funds. I know we have $12.23 left over. I've already done the sinking funds video, so you've already seen, kind of our breakdown of what's going to be saved from this paycheck as far as cash envelopes go. We will do our month ahead. That is my summer savings, so that I will have some income for the summer, since I am a teacher and only get paid 10 months out of the year. I'm going to put $150. Then sinking funds, and this is everything that is not in the wallet. Sinking funds is only going to get $170 this week. It is a tight month. January is always hard. If you're an educator, January's tough. And as far as savings go, as of right now, we're not putting anything extra towards savings. We do have an emergency fund already established, so until we get our debt paid off, this will probably always stay zero. I sometimes do like little savings challenges to make it fun to save for like Christmas and things, but I'm not doing that right now. So the total for this group is $320. If I take that from the $12.23, I'm left with $903. Okay, then I'm going to move over here to my cash envelopes. This covers all of our variable expenses. I get cash out for everything but gas. All right, so I'm going to bring over that $903. Then I'm going to put groceries. Typically, we save spend $150 on groceries. I'm doing like a pantry and freezer challenge to try to save some money, and groceries is one area I know I can save. I already have $25 ready to stuff for this week. I'm going to plan for another $100. And then I've got pet supplies. That's gonna be 20. Household. Gotta order those paper towels. 20. Our spending money, Mr. P, Mrs. P, and little Miss P. He gets 20. I get 45, and Miss P gets 20. I've mentioned already, but I'll just say it again for anybody that hasn't watched any of my other videos. The reason I get more than my husband is not because I'm special. He has hobbies that he pays for each week or each month that is extra, that goes on top of, you know, our spending. And so he just told me to take it from his blow money. So instead of like pulling the cash, giving him the cash, then putting it back in the bank, I just take it already out of his envelopes. All right, sporting events. This is just to get into ball games. It's 20 a week. Eating out, I always just leave this in here just in case we eat out and have to put it, you know, in the budget, but I am not planning on eating out. We are doing a no spend January, and eating out is one of the things that we cut. All right, then there's gas. I am planning, usually I do $80 a week, but I haven't been spending that. And right now going into this next week, I have a half a tank of gas, so I don't anticipate needing that much more. I'm going to go ahead and just put 60 just to be on the safe side, because I know we have some doctor's appointments next week. All right, and then our last is unbudgeted. I can't even spell tonight. That is not even close. Bug. Here I am, a teacher. But my brother and his wife had a baby this week, and I helped out with the baby last night and didn't get any sleep. So I am running on a lot of caffeine and very little sleep. So unbudgeted is going to be 0. And last week we didn't have to put anything over here. That doesn't always happen. Sometimes things come up, but hopefully we're doing the no spend January, so hopefully we will, you know, keep strong and not spend any extra money. All right, so this is 305. Take it from the 903, and that leaves us with 598 to bring down for our debts. All right, so 598. All right, the first debt that's going to be saved for this week is student loan. This is not the parent loan. This is just my student loan. I'm going to say 300. I just checked. I literally just logged into my student loan account, and it still says $0 due. For whatever reason, the student loan servicer just keeps putting me in some kind of administrative forbearance. I did not ask for that. I don't know why that's happening, but I'm going ahead and in fact, they even have a thing on there that says that I'm not being charged interest right now, but I'm still going to stick $300 aside just to make sure that when something happens, I don't know, you know, if my payments are going to I don't know. So I'm just going to go ahead and plan for 300. Then we have Lowe's, our Lowe's credit card. The Lowe's credit card is a 0% interest loan or credit card. It does, that 0% interest expires in May. The minimum amount due is $30, but I've calculated that if I just put $60 toward this amount, then it will pay itself off. And then last, I'm going to put Snowball. And I'll wait until towards the end of the week to see if I'm going to put any extra towards Snowball. Make sure nothing crazy happens with the budget. I do know that my husband's check was a little bit more than we anticipated. So, and our rollover was more. So I probably will put some money towards the Snowball. So I don't know yet. I'm just going to leave it at 0 for right now. All right. So then this category adds up to be 360. If you take the 598, subtract the 360, I'm left with 268. Nope, 238. And I do not do a zero-based budget. I do keep rollover because some weeks we have more bills due than other weeks, so we need that extra to cover maybe the next week. So our anticipated rollover is $238, and that's what I'll base I usually, if it's 238 or something like that, I will just round down and I'll say our rollover, if I'm budgeting for the next week, would be like around 200, just to be on the safe side, because I would rather under budget than over budget. So that is my weekly budget for January 4th. It'll go from January 4th to January 10th. And then I will do a check-in. Usually, as things come out of the bank account, I will go ahead and write the totals in. When I do my cash, when I take the cash from the bank, I'll go ahead and fill in these actual amounts. And then when I do my check-in, you'll see that some of these are already filled in. And that just shows that they've come out of the bank, they've been accounted for, and then we'll just total everything up and see what our actual rollover is going to be for next week. But that's how I do my week-to-week budget. If you've got any questions, or if you would like a copy of my weekly budget setup, this is just a thing that I created myself, this template. I did kind of model it after some ones that I saw online in the Budget Moms, you know, her weekly budget breakdown. I'm sorry, words are hard today. And anyway, I don't mind sharing that. I'm not planning to, you know, try to sell anything on Etsy. I would just rather give it away. If you want it, you can just send me a comment below and I will be glad to share that with you. All right, well, thank you for hanging out with me, and I will be back in another video to do my cash stuffing. So thanks for hanging out, and I will see you later. Bye.